Okay, we ready?
Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We are back in Guild Wars 2, and last time Miss Catalystya and company had quite the fight against two titans. Now, we need to go talk to Stoic Alder because he's not feeling too great about things. You know, he's got thoughts, I'm sure.
I've spoken with Dagonet. He's informing the rest of the Alliance. They'll likely meet in the coming days.
We failed our hunt.
We could have also died, Cub. Don't lunge into battles you're not prepared for.
Victory wasn't impossible.
Be kind to yourself, Pokey. We know our enemy now. There is still some night before a calmer dawn, but it nears.
Showing your face in the village already? I thought you needed more time.
Fading Aurora has returned to us. Her path was lost, is all, while tracking the strangers.
I've asked Stoic Alder to keep my identity a secret a short while longer. I need to talk to Isgarren.
I take no joy in lying to my bearkin, but I'd rather they remain in fog a while longer. There's too much going on. I don't want to rattle their trust.
Okie doke. Alright, let's start with Kay.
When I left the Wizard's Tower, a Wayfinder hadn't been named in years. They must trust you.
Not at first, but helping them keep Omnitas afloat and defeating Isgarren's nemesis didn't hurt.
Will you come with me? I could use that confidence of yours.
Of course. I'm not dead in the canyon. None of us are, thanks to you.
Alright, now we talk to Kay.
That didn't go as planned.
Hardly the first time.
Whenever
We're
you're
plenty
ready.
used to that. But I'm afraid the cub is taking it hard.
Losing gracefully comes with experience.
Well, at that age, you're beating down the door to the world, ready for whatever life dares to throw at you. Because you don't yet know how much life can throw. But you find out quickly.
Still can't help but worry about him sometimes.
That's how it goes. One minute they're silly little things, toddling around, worrying you sick. The next, they're grown. Big and strong and off on their own. Still worrying you sick. But that's when you have to remind yourself. You've done exactly what you were supposed to. Taught them to stand on their own. And then let them.
Okay. Alice? I don't think Professor Mew has anything to add to the conversation, Alice.
Sorry we couldn't kill them.
I'm a strategist. Didn't see another way.
Doesn't mean you have to like it.
Oh, I don't. Hey, we're fine. Made it out with our tails intact. Just a lot to untangle. You know what I'm thinking? How different would things be if the Titans hadn't mucked everything up? If we didn't burn Ascalon? Probably still eat people. I'm spitting about blood that belongs on someone else's hands. We weren't good, but we turned out okay. The Char. Well, better now that Bengar's in a cell. But how do we live with all this? It just gets hard to weigh the guilt and the anger.
Someone has to look out for whoever comes next.
Yeah. Yeah, we're alive. Sometimes that's enough. And I've worked too damn hard to make this place bearable.
So she feels the guilt about what the Char have done in the past. Especially to Ascalon. Alright. Okay.
I understand you're frustrated, but you need to know when the risk just isn't worth the potential cost.
Then when will it be worth it? We've screwed it up twice, thrice, counting your first go-round. How many times do we let that happen before being cautious becomes the risk?
Little Claw, the scale of this is greater than any of us expected. Impulsivity isn't the answer.
Then what is? What if they're out there killing while we're just standing around?
Poised Arrow.
I'm just asking the questions everyone else should be.
Yeah, he's going to do something foolish. I get the feeling it's not going to end up good. All right. Appa?
Do you regret helping us?
If I hadn't, we'd be burying our dead in the bog. The bear kin are resilient, but we must recognize our limitations. It does not mean I'm not cautious of you or of waiting sorrow. I will continue to remind myself that no matter how thick the fog is, it will eventually fade. When it does, the path will be visible again. For now, I watch and listen.
Where do we go from here? Complete it. All right. I guess we're ready then. An Astral Ward Rift. Okay. Let's go do this. I'm sure Isgarren is going to be so thrilled with us for not telling him right away we found her. But what's going to happen? Oh, what's going to happen?
How did you get past Omnitas's defenses so easily?
I built these defenses.
So, how do you want to go about this?
I'll follow behind, let you mingle first. Might trigger a war if I walk through the door before his ego is properly fluffed. Oh, wait, Wayfinder. Before we throw another log on the fire, thank you for not telling them.
It's not my story to tell, but you should.
Approach the war room.
She informs us that there are not 2, but 3, all of which survived the encounter. 2 are weak, the 3rd unsure.
Excellent timing, Commander. I take it you won't need an update, given your participation in recent events?
Can you shut the door behind you, Wayfinder?
Who let you into the Wizard's Tower war room, Countess?
Isgarren, by suggestion of the Alliance. I'm aiding in the Astral Ward's acclamation to modern Tyrian affairs.
So, they all live. I imagine you didn't simply allow that to happen. What were the circumstances?
What has your mood smelling like an elder's backside?
We almost had the 2 defeated, but a 3rd intervened. She was strong, and a bit more cunning than the other 2.
Disappointing, but rational. What of your second mission, Wayfinder?
The Titans kept me occupied. I'm still working on it.
Fine. I suppose our clock bears too many hands.
What second mission?
The Titan Imperatrix. A foe I did not expect.
That threat should be conquerable. So long as we continue to get along.
Tyria united. It still sounds like a fable.
Mostly united, but it's true. And we need to nurture these bonds. They cannot fail. When a door is shut, just leave it that way.
Sorrow.
Ren.
Oh, he's not happy.
Lied to me. That's new. Did she fill your mind with wild theories and hypocrisy?
Don't be dramatic, Ren. You know they're beyond simple manipulation. And I didn't come here for a fight.
Justify your actions? We're gonna stand on the table. So we're almost, well, a little taller. Explain yourself, Wayfinder, now. You told me she was a threat. I don't see one.
You told me she was a threat. I don't see one.
I'll deal with you later. So, how did you get inside?
The Towers always liked me best. You know that.
Waiting sorrow. You're...
My dearest friend. I'm fine. And I have stories to tell you.
Stories! The cause of this whole Titan incursion may fall at your feet, and you want to tell stories.
Your instinct to make everything an intellectual brawl has always been exhausting.
Then explain.
So help me, Isgarren. I will open a gateway and lock you in Abaddon's cell for a century.
It's fine, Dagda. His alarm isn't unwarranted. I left you all. I abandoned the Astral Ward. I didn't say why. Jormag raged in the north, threatening the Highland and Lowland Coden. They needed me. But when Jormag fell, the storms calmed. My mind was stilled. And I couldn't return yet, though. I needed them. My people. My presence during the Titan attack was purely happenstance. I sought to remedy it, but then your Wayfinder tracked me down. All who knew my identity were asked to conceal it, but I always planned on coming back here to settle affairs. While I was not the cause, I have an inkling of what was, and I don't know how concerning it is.
Oh? You didn't even share this with me.
The business of wizards should remain in the court. Isgarren. Where is Mabon?
Dead. A year ago. You could have mourned with us.
I felt it.
Tried to escort the Countess and Wayfinder home. Waiting Sorrow and I need to speak. Alone.
Oh boy. You gonna be okay? I hope so.
What next?
Alright, let's talk to the Countess first.
How did you get involved in all of this?
It was Livia. A perk of having friends with their fingers in too many pies. She introduced me to Mabon privately. He was scouting new recruits for his little guild of mesmers. I joined if only to keep tabs for the Queen. We were an eccentric group, hosting lavish luncheons, investigating magic anomalies. Mabon treated the whole thing like a passion project or a beloved hobby. He was one of the founders, after all.
Sounds like the ideal place for him to, let his hair down.
You joke. But I saw what he looked like under that golden dome on numerous occasions.
And?
Nothing that bears repeating. I happen to know you're friendly with a certain Mr. Goldclaw, and I would not sully Mabon's memory so soon.
Fair enough. He would have been glad to see you here, with or without his helmet.
I wish I'd trusted him sooner. Gods know he's earned that now.
And Dagda, who seems to be a little shocked.
Hey, you okay?
I'm... Every day that passed since she left us, I thought she was dead. I thought that Jormag might have killed her, that she traveled into the mists, no intention of returning. I thought... None of that matters. She lives. Waiting Sorrow lives. I don't know how you did it, Wayfinder, but you brought her back. Thank you.
Well then, she's actually kind of happy about that. Now what? I guess we go back through the portal? I guess so. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, login. Oh, and what do we have here? Bonus event, roller beetle racing. No, thank you. Inner Sanctum discovered, huh? That did not turn out the way I thought it would. Hopefully, Isgarren and Waiting Sorrow can, I don't know, maybe come to some sort of agreement. Another mastery point earned. How many do we have now? Urgent. Priory business. Farah Veilseeker, our leading Titan archivist, is missing. Farah is the reliable sort, so her disappearance like this is highly out of character. I last ran into her checking out some materials here at the library. Nothing unusual about it. I'm told that you, Malice, and Cave have been researching the Titan's whereabouts. You three should have a look around Farah's office yourselves. When you arrive, I'll have Archivist Sistina show you to Farah's research station. Given these outstanding circumstances, you three will be granted access to the Priory regardless of membership. Okay. Is that here or somewhere else? Oh no, the Priory. We need to go all the way out to Durman Priory. Well, we happen to have a portal there, so that makes life easier. I think Waiting Sorrow has a pretty hard choice ahead of her. She's got to choose between staying with her family or returning to Isgarren and being the wizard that she is. Sorrow's Claw. It's too bad we can't use it. Endless Bearkin Combat Tonic. Become one with the wild of Janthir and transform into a bearkin. It's a novelty, huh? Are we serious? We can add to account wardrobe. Okay. I guess I can become a bearkin now? What? How's that work? Alright. Back to what we were doing. Meet Cave and Malice.
You've been holding out on me, Commander. Tried for years to get a peek at these archives.
Priory rules. Nothing personal.
If you need me, I'll be drowning my jealousy in these tomes.
We'll have plenty of time to browse later. The books aren't going anywhere. Farah, however...
Gix said an archivist, Sistina, would show us to Farah's station. Let's start there.
Alright, so we need to find who's showing us to the quarters. Ah, down here. Oh yeah, Malice is gonna love this place.
Welcome. Gix said to expect you. Sistina, Farah's mentee. I'm holding down the fort while she's... Honestly, I have no idea what she's doing, or where she is. Nobody does. It's very unlike her.
Gix said the same. She doesn't seem the type to just run off.
Even her research station looks like she abandoned it mid-thought. Here, come see for yourselves. Farah's been spearheading our Titan research efforts, gathering notes on history, biology, etc. Hoping to find some sort of exploitable weaknesses of interest to you three, I'm sure.
You have no idea.
As is Farah's well-being.
I can empathize with why she'd feel so invested.
Obsessed, more like. Your last encounter with that third Titan Ura sent Farah down an absolute rabbit hole. I've known her to get absorbed in her work, but this time, she was a woman possessed. Leading up to her disappearance, she was buried under tomes at her station all hours of the day. I wondered if she might be sleeping there. And then she was gone. Here we are.
Buried under tomes. You weren't kidding.
I've been trying to sort through it all. Thought maybe there'd be some clue in her research as to where she went. But, as you can see, it's a daunting job for one person.
We'll take it from here. Let you know if we find anything.
Search for clues at her workstation. Okay.
Anything of note, Commander?
Well, yes, though it probably doesn't help our search much. It's some notes and first-hand accounts by the Coden. And us. Suppose the Ward would keep the Priory informed. The Coden accounts seem aligned with ours. Spawn Titans led by progenitors, strange communication methods, bloodstone thirst.
Probably doesn't help our search, but it's good info. Let's take note, but keep looking.
Search for more clues. What's this supposed to be? It's one of the creatures we've been fighting. Or what's left of it, at any rate. No time to grab my journal. I'll just scribble this here and add it to the rest of the entries. I'm back at the Priory. It's the middle of the night, and finally, days and nights of research have paid off. Since leaving Janthir Sentry, all I wanted is reason to go back. I haven't been able to think of anything besides the questions I left unanswered there. Now, I have my reason, and I may very well have my answers. It's all too much to explain here. I need to get going. I'll write more when I reach the Isle. So we need to find some clues. Are they gonna be in here? Somewhere in here. Nope. Yeah. Ah, we can go to other places. Last room. First day on Janthir Centauri is in the books. Should probably explain what I'm even doing here. The Tyrian Alliance reached out to the Dorman Priory for some extra help studying the Titans. Gix told them he had just the expert for the job, and here I am. For being so new to the global scene, the Alliance has been quick to establish itself. Already they've enlisted help from the Astral Ward, the Silvari Tree Tenders, and now the Priory. And the word is that the former pack commander is even running around out here. I still can't believe my luck. Reading about Titans from historical tomes is one thing. Potentially seeing them in the wild, that's a whole other beast. I figure journaling will help me keep track of my day-to-day in the field. If I see anything interesting, maybe a Titan claws crossed, I can jot down the details while they're still fresh. Anyway, a storm's rolling in, so I best find some shelter. Sounds like it's going to be a mean one. Entry 2. So much for daily journaling. I've been so deep in research I keep forgetting to write about it. Lastly, I've been interviewing Coden stationed on the Isles about what they've seen. Some even gave eyewitness accounts of their own personal Titan sightings. I'm working on compiling them for alliances and Priory records. While the interviews are going well, Janthir Centauri frequent storms are unsettling. I expected a harsh climate. The Isles are practically famous for it. But these storms are unlike any I've experienced. They're strong, sure, even violent at times, but there's just something deeply unsettling about them. They're also peculiarly consistent. And because of all that, I can't stop wondering about them. So I made it a little side project of my own to learn all I can about them, and I hear the rumblings of one brewing. Right on cue. Entry 3. My brain is going so fast I can barely write quickly enough. Turns out my side project studying the Owl storms is going better than expected. I've been asking around, and according to those stationed here a while, the storms in Janthir Century worsened around the same time the Titans first appeared. Even more curious, the Titans appeared to thrive in these storms. Why? I don't know for sure, but my guess has to do with Bloodstone. Several accounts of the Titans during mist-tide storms report them feasting, especially ravenously on Bloodstone shards. Once satisfied, they act particularly energized and aggressive. The effect is even true for those appearing injured or in poor health beforehand. And for whatever reason, it only seems to happen during storms. So many thoughts here. Is there something in these storms' energy that bolsters Bloodstone? Would it explain the amplified effects and also why they feel so off? Then, what is this energy? Where do these storms even come from? Previous research suggests the Titans negatively impact nearby ecosystems. Could their appearance have made the Isle storms even worse? Maybe, but it doesn't explain their effect on Bloodstone. Still, I feel I'm onto something here. Just need to keep searching for answers. And of course, we read entry 4, where she apparently is onto something.
You look focused, Commander. Find something?
Maybe. It's about the Titans and their environments. Kaith has her own section in this one.
Oh?
You're talking about Greer's effect on the swamp ecosystem. One of the lowlanders made similar comments.
Don't even remind me of that putrid place. Oh, this must be from when I was speaking with the tree tenders. What else?
Mentions the Titans merging with their environments, and that Ura's steam walls might be a clue to her location.
Now we're getting somewhere. Where there's steam, there's...
A geyser, perhaps?
Farah seems to think so. She suggests Mount Belrior.
What are we waiting for?
Before we go chasing geysers up and down the aisles, let's be sure there's nothing more to see here.
Alright, so that was one. Oh, what we got here?
I'm coming up empty. How about you two?
Same, I'm afraid. Commander?
Sistina was right about Farah becoming obsessed with this research. Her journals say she was running a side project on the Mist's tide storms and their connection to the Titans.
I can see why she'd think the two connected. How, I'm not so certain.
Neither was she. She wonders if the storm's energy amplifies Bloodstone, drawing the Titans to its power.
Would explain their fixation on it.
She's still not sure what the energy is, or if the Titans influence the storms as they do other environments. At least, not where the journals leave off.
Maybe she found a lead and rushed off to test it, confer with someone, panic.
Hopefully not the last, or we may need to do the same.
Hopefully not the last, or we may need to do the same. Oh, why can't we get out there? Alright, we need one more. Anything in here? Yep. Janthir Sentry Field Research. Symbiosis of progenitors and spawn. After killing multiple Titan spawn with his hunting party, Lowland Coden, born from Thunder, speculated that smaller spawn Titans were acting as ancillary limbs for larger progenitor Titans. Battle accounts from the former Pack Commander and allies support these claims. We know these progenitor Titans to be Greer, Decima, and most recently, Aura. The Titan spawn are spread out across the Isles and have made landfall across Lowland Shore, threatening the Coden inhabitants. While their exact origin point is still unknown, early sightings place them near Mount Balriar. Accounts from Lowlander Rainless Meadow cited the progenitor Titan Greer as having a glowing inner core exposed upon damage to his body's exterior armor. A similar core was seen by the former Pack Commander and allies during an altercation with Decima, suggesting a biological consistency. Both accounts note the core's sensitivity to outside forces. Accounts of the progenitor Titans suggest an ability to communicate among themselves and with their opponents across great distances using storm-like calls and other interspecies communication. This information has been confirmed by Astral Ward Scout Branwen, the former Pack Commander Cave, and Malice. Concerningly, accounts from Astral Ward member Pela claim that the progenitors and spawn alike seem highly drawn to Bloodstone. Many have been spotted feeding upon Bloodstone shards to promote regeneration, in addition to requiring additional rest. Similar findings were noted in field research conducted by the former Pack Commander Cave and Malice. That looks like it. Okay. Make sure there's nothing else in here. Another note. Greer. Bionormic influence swamp. Called the Rotbringer by locals familiar with his putrid air, Greer's form has taken on characteristics of swampy regions of slithering outskirts, lowland coat and rainless meadow, stationed near old Gavril Plaza, succinctly described the Titan as swampy and gross. She recalled, "The smell curled the fur on my nose." An account taken by the Alliance from the Silvari cave summarized Greer's presence as follows: "I sense sickness the moment I set foot in the area. You don't have to be a Silvari to tell the environment's ailing. One whiff is proof enough. But to also feel the misery of those innocents, the plagued plants, the poisoned waters, the leaves curled by death, the mere memory makes me sick. Being there was nearly more than I could bear." Decima. Bionomic influence, storm. While not as off-putting to the senses, Decima's intrusion upon the Stricken Plains ecosystem has proved equally detrimental. The Stricken Plains, as their name suggests, are known for frequent lightning strikes. Decima's presence appears to have increased the frequency exponentially. Research conducted by Tyrian Alliance and Astral Ward members indicate a near constant risk of wildfires. The burn risk poses a major threat to the safety of individuals, wildlife, and vegetation in the area. Lowlanders report a dramatic drop in the season's crop yield, fearing food shortages for the coming winter. Aura, bionomic influence unknown. Due to her discovery being so recent, Aura's exact bionomic influence is yet to be determined. According to Alliance accounts from the former Pack Commander and allies, Aura used explosive steam walls to deter combatants. Based on what we know of Greer Decima, this manner of attack is no accident, and may also be a key to discovering the geographical region of her hiding place. The use of steam may suggest geyser influence, which Janthir's northern islands are known for. Well then, we got a little clue as to our new opponent. Still nothing in here, and we are missing a clue. Nice desks. So, let me see. I almost want to say the way this is set up. Somebody sits here on the seat and then uses the desk in front. Yeah. So you would sit down at a seat, like here, and then you would use the desk in front of you. Interesting. Anything up here? I don't see anything up here. And that would be going outside the area, I believe. Or would it? No, it just comes back down here. Alright, what are we missing? So this is some sort of dormitory. We've been in here, but that doesn't mean we didn't miss something. I guess we can't go up there. Well, maybe. Nope. Ah, sneaky. There was one more spot I missed. Kitchen.
That scrawling looked rather frantic. Should we be alarmed?
She's in Janthir Sentry. Found something in her research, then left in the middle of the night. Doesn't say what.
Did she give an exact location?
No, but the area near Mont Belrior still seems like our best bet.
Let's tell Sestina what we know, then move out.
Report back to Sestina, who is probably upstairs.
You found something.
Farah's in Janthir Sentry. Thinks she's made a breakthrough in her research.
What is it?
That we're not sure of, but she's been stitching together all sorts of threads regarding the Titans' behavior. Particularly their relation to Bloodstone and Mist's hides. She also thinks Ura is hiding in a geyser-heavy area.
For all we know, she could be out there trying to track Ura down herself.
What is she thinking? Going to those isles alone and not telling anyone? Sanctioned fieldwork is one thing, but this is a death wish.
We should be able to extract her without much issue, provided she hasn't done anything too rash.
Everything about this is rash. Go, find her, and extract some foolishness from her while you're at it.
We'll do what we can. Keep going.
Meet you there, Commander. We'll notify the Alliance and let the Lowland Council know to expect us.
Head to Janthir Sentry to look for Farah. So, something's going on. Who is this Priory Arcanist that wants to talk to us? Can I help you? Did Farah ever mention how the Titans organize their spawn? I recall something she read or observed. They seem to favor their progenitor, the originating Titan, acting as the body's natural defenses would. Upon the progenitor's death, however, she's unsure. Interesting. Thank you. Oh, there's somebody back here. Yeah. Glad you arrived when you did. Archivist Sestina was about to go march to Janthir herself to find Farah, and Gix would have led her just to get some quiet around here. She wouldn't have made it far, at least. I don't know Sestina or Farah all that well, but they seem passionate. Passionate may be too subtle. Obsessed, more like. Farah's focus is the envy of any Radisum crew director. Never drops a lead. She was Sestina's mentor, too, which might explain a few things. Obsession put to a good cause. Admirable. Of course she would say that. She's a Azure. Ah! And where's this last person we can talk to? Priory Historian? Or no, it's just the wait, nope. I almost said it's just the exit, but there we go.
Knowledge is the greatest treasure.
Commander, hello. So perhaps you prefer Wayfinder now? Commander is fine. Did you happen to see Farah leave? I did, actually, and judging from the look in her eyes, she was on the hunt for something big. She wouldn't drop her research duties for any old cross-dimensional disturbance. Thanks, I better catch up to her quickly then. So, that's it. We need to go track her down wherever she has headed off to. It sounds like she's probably going to get herself in quite a bit of trouble because, well, that place, these Titans are nothing to take lightly. And we will follow her next time. Until then, bye for now.